Hello. Hi. How are we doing? Oh my god, I'm knocking shit over. You can't see that though. So last time I looked at my schmeminal moments.
You're an idiot!
Hey, thanks, Sean. Didn't ask for your input. Last time we looked at My Chemical Romance's I'm Not Okay 20 years later. And I classified it as a certified banner. It is a bona fide goddamn jam it on our slam it to jam it scale. Today's pick, however, I do not know if I will have the same reference for it. A band that is still going, for better or worse. Most may have heard of them through their unholy confessions, but I personally believe that it was the backcountry that put them on the main stage. Sure, Beast and the Harlot came afterwards and was like a 1-2 punch with Seize the Day season. Now, Seize the Day, hate. I literally have not listened to or visited since this album came out, which was about 19 freaking years ago. Maybe we could go back, look at Backcountry, look at it through fresh adult eyes, and decide whether it is a total jam it or an absolute just slam it, get it the f out of here and throw it away. Before we begin, I just want to draw attention to my Spotify. Come here if you want to listen to trashy, shitty music. I would appreciate it. I would love you for it. This is verified by me. Hi. Is it gonna be as good as Backcountry here? Ooh, that is doubtful. That is highly doubtful. Start out the Backcountry with a quote. And that quote is, "He who makes a beast of himself gets rid of the pain of being a man." Doesn't M Shadow say this? Did they take out him saying it in the beginning of this version? It just goes into the yell. The album has M Shadows himself saying that quote. And that quote is so, Dr. Johnson, who the f***? You the one that said it? Is it this guy? This f***?
My tits stand up for like the American flag.
That's more than what I think Samuel Johnson can say. Okay, he seems cool. He seems chill. Did some books and whatnot. All right, Johnson's fine. But what are we saying here with this quote? You gotta make a beast of yourself. If you are a beast, is this talking about war? Is this talking about warriors? Is this talking about a mentality? If you became a beast, if you become a monster, if you're on that grind and that hustle and that girl bossing. Honestly, this should apply to women too. They who make a beast of thyself. Maybe Dr. Johnson wasn't really the most progressive voice of the time period, but that's okay. Women can be monsters too. Is M Shadow saying that he is becoming the monster? That this is a concept of this song to embrace that monster, that savageness? I'm gonna play this video in 480p, unfortunately, but that's okay. That's okay, because now it will sound as low of quality as when I was perceiving it and watching it as a young baby girl. The authentic 2005 experience. Okay, all right, okay. I said stop. They have surpassed anything I could have ever cognitively placed into my memory from the time period.
Thanks for the concern, but I got laid 3 weeks ago.
This is a weird thing. Okay, so I have so many thoughts that it is quite literally hard to pick where to begin. This song is written lyrically like a Green Day song. The way it's self-referential and he's playing with the words legit sounds like Billy Joe Armstrong would have no problem writing something of this nature. The fact that they took this quote, they attributed the quote at the beginning of the music video, makes me think that perhaps maybe they got in trouble with the quote or there was something up with it because they use it quite literally in the song itself. It's one thing to quote literature, literary works of art, and then comment on it. Like every time I die, my favorite band in the world uses a lot of literary imagery and a lot of literary references to like Goliath and the Bible, but they use it in the context of real human emotions that can be felt and experienced today. Avenged Sevenfold, I'm not sure, are using the quote beyond quite literally what it states. If you become a beast, if you become so low where you're so inhuman that you become monster-like, beast-like, you are no longer a man. You have surpassed the pain and aches and woes of dealing with infrastructure, of dealing with social norms, of dealing with the law. Kind of has like this libertarian edge to it where it's like, be your own man. You can't arrest me. I belong to no state, man. But then there's also another aspect of this music video where it is there is a movie in the 90s by Terry Gilliam, one of my favorite directors, a British director that started out with comedy with Monty Python, The Holy Grail, the Book of Brian was it? The Life of Brian. Then he went on to make some of the most creative sci-fi fantasy adventure films, including Time Bandits, including Brazil. The one movie that he did make that I genuinely feel like has made an impact on pop culture and helped solidify Hunter S. Thompson as not just an incredible journalist, writer, iconic cultural figure that was enigmatic in his own time period and his own right, whose writing is very, very influential to young dudes trying to explore their artistic, poetic place in the world. To live in, living in fear and loathing. There it is. In Fear and Loathing, that movie is about the slow deterioration of a man's grip on reality once you start fully embracing the sinful structure being presented within the Las Vegas sort of atmosphere. Fun when it's a weekend, but when you're Hunter S. Thompson and you're on a bender and you're seeing shit at circus, like things are different. Not only do we have a song based off of someone else's work, taking a quote from them being the premise of the song, the video itself is derivative, if not directly copying, stylistic imagery and overall tone and vibe from a very well-crafted, introspective film about the ramifications of excess. There's so many weird levels of irony, non-irony, blatant plagiarism, of just like all these uncreative, creative things just spewing together to make a music video that is fun the first couple of times you watch it, but there's really not much to the imagery. And I don't think it's really compelling. They're seeing weird shit, but is that them embracing being a monster? Is that them embracing being this like beast-like creature? He's taking so many dosages. He's starting to get a reaction. He's starting to feel an attraction to this person, finding that balance of chemicals in your body that takes away the pains, the aches of being alive, of being a man. Honey, you wouldn't know the places I've been and the people I've hurt. You don't know the pain I feel within me. That's why I gotta these demon bitches. Where's the demon bitch? Because these demon bitches are the only ones that get me. When you're a monster man, you can only other monsters. No human woman should want to be with me. I'm M Shadows and I live in the shadows. Or is that ironic? He's wearing a Mickey Mouse shirt? No. Avenged Sevenfold has played into the Mayhem Fest Rockstar Five Finger Death Punch tough guy exterior too many times for it to be an ironic ploy of behaviors and actions not to do. And yes, I know I'm being negative. I like the concept. Okay, I like the concept of going to Vegas, tripping out on drugs, and filming a music video where there's like demon, sexy dancer chicks, okay? I think the song and everything around it is trash. The one thing that they have to do with the music video is make me feel like they are actually playing their instrument. The greatest thing I can give about My Chem is it feels like when they're performing for that camera, they are playing as hard as they would be playing for an actual live crowd. When I get the feeling of Avenged Sevenfold in the music video, they're trying harder to look cool and to look like they're playing the coolest part and to feel like you could cut this image, this shot over any guitar parts being played. And there's this insynchronicity that comes with the guitar playing. They cut right the they're like, okay, here's a solo, here's a big solo coming. Cut some more weird images. Woo! Here's the thing, not both of them are playing this guitar part, but they both want to look super cool, so they're both playing super high on the fret when one of them is playing the rhythm, and they're not even freaking shown that on there. Just like, I don't know what we're doing here, guys. Should I want to be like you guys? Should I want to be one of these nameless dancers in my bra dancing in this disgusting motel? I feel like if they had the money, they would have shot this in a huge hotel. They're creating that image of Fear and Loathing with the shitty, seedy, dark hotel room. But the point of that is that it wasn't cool. They didn't have bitches in their hotel room throwing a party. It was Benicio del Toro and it was Johnny Depp, and I think they kill a man at some point. There's like a disconnect between the story of the images they're trying to tell and then the actual images they're showing. Why lean so heavily on source material if your representation of it is so shallow? There's a lot of editing tricks that I think are nice. I think they do utilize the bat imagery really well, but I can't help but feel like this song leaves a lot to be desired 19 years later. The Rev, rest in peace. Hold on. Rest in peace, the Rev. And I just want to say, he was a good guy. The documentary for their self-titled album, there's a moment where he's so shit-faced at a park. He sees a goose. His reaction is, that's the biggest duck I've ever seen in my life. And then he chases after that goose. And that is a moment that has lived with me for all my life. But that does not mean that I have to think the drumming's good. I do not understand why you have this very intense, driving, pounding song, and then you go into this weird, slow, just soft part, drags the song down, cuts it to a half pace before going into the guitar solo. The structure of the song is just so freaking weird that it does not feel as polished as I think it once did. I think when I was in middle school and definitely going into high school, this felt like the most epic music. Like Dragon Force. Dragon Force just felt like the most epic, big, intense music you've ever heard in your life. Of course, they're competent, capable musicians. Do you hear what they're producing? I couldn't do that. I'm not playing. I can't play that, and that's why I'm a lesser musician, and that's true. Jesus. That's true. There's some moments I like, some moments that stuck with me. Like this one dude not dancing and then dancing. He's like, nah, yeah, I'm dancing now. I think that's fun. Shadow's vocals are trash. Shadows is an awful front man. What I don't get about these boys, what I don't understand about these boys right here, I don't understand like how they got this big and how they got so respected while being so just like mediocre at everything they play. And their song structure is like awful, that energy they build up, they just undercut as soon as they can to make a pretty part. I don't even know what he's singing in it. The fact that this song just feels so stripped of creativity, I do not know if I like Avenged Sevenfold as a band. I do not know if I went back and listened to City of Evil, how many moments on that album that I would genuinely hold with me and like seek out and like go back to. Because I don't really go back to this. I do not hear backcountry play a lot. I hear more their, what's that, not insane, I'm not insane, I'm not insane. I hear more that era of Avenged Sevenfold being played than I do hear the City of Evil, even though I feel like City of Evil was so integral to a lot of us emo, metalcore, metal fans at the time. I don't know if this holds up. I don't know if I enjoy this album anymore, which means it's time to place it on our list. Ooh, my Schmemomance here at the top with a total utter freaking jam it. Does Avenged Sevenfold's Backcountry join I'm Not Okay as a certified jam it? I personally would feel like a shit music critic if I said this deserved a jam it spot. I don't really hold much nostalgia for Backcountry, nor do I think it deserves it. I also don't think it's so egregiously annoying that it should be thrown away for all of history, because I much rather listen to this song over a Seize the Day or over their country track on their self-titled. Boys, down in the middle for me. I like a lot of things about it. It's not so lost in my brain that I don't know the song, but I do forget how lame it is, and I also forget how poorly produced a lot of the song is. So it's a slam jam. That's what I'm saying. That's what I did. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Please tell me below. I'll be sure to look right at them. Look at your comment in the face, and I'll say, cool. That was a good episode. Good talk. I'm Grace. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you did join me, if you didn't join me, I don't know how you're seeing this right now, but please like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Please tell me what music video I should watch next to give me some more like nostalgic videos from the early 2000s. That's my shit, I guess. Deuces, stay good. Bye-bye. One more sound clip? Let's do one more sound clip. Let's end on a good one. We'll end on a really good sound clip.
Even some of the guys nowadays love to have a hot actor in the film. You know, it's all good.